Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for April 13th, 2026. We've got Base and Rising Sun today. And we've got River Shrine, Chapel, and Riverboat Sentry for trashing. That's interesting. We've got the only plus actions is practice. Okay. The draw is Imperial Envoy, Ronin, and practice, essentially, because you practice a riverboat, and that will double play Sentry at the start of your next turn, which is net +1 card across those 2 turns. It's 2+2 cards the next turn, but in total, if you were to play a riverboat every turn, you'd be up working with a 6 card, effectively like 6 other cards to in your hand. And then the plus buy is Imperial Envoy. There's also Workshop for gains. Well, Good Harvest can also give you buys. The problem is that Good Harvest is activated by River Shrine, which I'm not sure that you want to play with. I think Good Harvest being activated seems like a good thing for building on this board, because you're going to want the extra buys so that you can practice. So I'm thinking is, like, if you can draw with Imperial Envoy, you get some plus buy out of that, practice a whole bunch of riverboats. I mean, assuming that the building makes sense, like, as opposed to playing something simpler and more money-ish. Yeah, if you need to play a whole bunch of Imperial Envoys to get a whole bunch of buys, that's probably not going to work, because the debt from Imperial Envoy is just going to kill your econ. But if you could do it with Good Harvest, not that there's many unique treasures on this board, which does sort of impede that, but still, if you could at least get one of each of Copper, Silver, Gold into play, that would already give you 4 buys. Does that work? Honestly, I suspect it doesn't, if only because, again, I'm not sure about River Shrine. Like, River Shrine is terminal. The cards that it would be gaining you aren't that good. I mean, I guess it can gain riverboats. And then I guess, like, so if you pursue this line, it can also gain merchants, the River Shrine. You pursue this line, you end up wanting to play like a bunch of merchants. You get some plus actions from Riverboat. You probably play your terminal space. You probably play an Imperial Envoy, maybe a militia, almost certainly. And then I mean, I guess I could see Ronin. The thing is, you're going to have the duration draw, but you're also potentially going to get militia attacked. So Ronin could be good. especially if you could, like, depending on how many riverboats you're playing with, if you play your own militia and then play Ronin, like, reduce hand size at least a little bit. I guess you could also consider playing with Workshop in that case to gain more merchants. Or Moat. Moat would block the militia attack. Playing with Ronin, that doesn't seem so important, but... Well... Yeah, I don't know. If we were going to go this direction, what would the opening be? It could be Riverboat River Shrine. Just, hope not to collide. Right? If you find the riverboat with 3 coins, you can practice it, that's great. If not, oh well, I guess. And also, like, practice the River Shrine just to activate Good Harvest. Even if... Like, not when you're still trying to trash, but later. I do want to try to do something like this rather than just playing some boring money strategy. And militia is a reason to build. Right? The boring money strategy is going to suffer from getting militia attacked, although it is also going to be helped by Good Harvest. Huh. I guess it's worth asking, what is the boring money strategy? What does it look like? Probably does play with Ronin as a militia counter. Maybe also plays with militia. Does it trash down? Maybe? Maybe it still plays with Riverboat? Riverboat and Ronin doesn't work too well together. River Shrine... I mean, I guess the money strategy probably does want Good Harvest online. Maybe it just goes for River Shrine. Open, like, River Shrine Silver and... I don't know. Maybe it plays with Mine? I'm really not sure what that actually looks like anyway. I think I'm just going to open Riverboat River Shrine and see what happens. Bot opens Chapel. Okay, well, that's different anyway. This is not bad. And if we see the Riverboat, we're going to have at least 3 coins to practice with it. So... What now? Second Riverboat already? Maybe. Militia? Maybe. Militia will make it easier to practice our other cards. I think I want to go with that. This is not entirely obvious that we should practice the riverboat even given the opportunity, but like if we practice the riverboat here, we can't get another riverboat. And we don't really need the additional actions from it just now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get another riverboat. Okay, we did not find the militia. That's too bad. We should just trash the coppers, I think. And we could at the cost of not trashing a copper, we could practice the river shrine, accelerate good harvest, and get 2 cards of stuff. We could also practice the riverboat. The extra gains do seem pretty valuable. I think I'm going to go with practicing the river shrine. Okay, and I'm wondering about just going merchant silver. We're going to want a silver pretty soon anyway. Okay. I think I want the... Oh, wait. Do I want the river shrine on top? Or do I want to find my other riverboat? Activate good harvest. Which will get us to 8 coins. We're going to want a gold, but... I guess it could also get us to 6 coins. We could trash the copper. We still have a copper. Maybe that's fine. And now that this is active, practicing is going to get easier because we're going to have plus buy to work with. Well, I say that, but... Well, no, I guess, I mean, we can still... Well, we can still practice the riverboat here. Or... We don't have enough money. We could practice the river shrine. We could discard riverboat, copper, practice the river shrine, and get 2 more cards. Maybe that's actually better. We can also afford... Oh, never mind. We can't afford to trash a copper if we do that. But getting more stuff seems pretty valuable. I think I'm going to go with that. Wait, when did the bot get a river shrine? Okay. Do we just go double merchant? It is looking like we're going to want to play with Ronin, incidentally. Well, although we haven't... Riverboat stuff hasn't been set up late. But we might want 1 more silver. Just to make sure we find one. It's not like we're threatening to draw a deck exactly. Alright, do we want to trigger this shuffle? We have 9 coins if we don't. Which could be like practice Riverboat by 1 more gold or a Ronin maybe. The merchant gets us to at least 10. Which, admittedly, that by itself doesn't do anything exciting, but I'm also going to draw something. We could also get a, like, not practice the riverboat and get... I mean, if we're going to get a Ronin anyway... Yeah, I don't think that's reasonable. Get a Ronin and probably just another merchant. Guess I'll hang on to the riverboat. Well, I do want to see both of these, I guess. Okay, so if we play... We discarded Silver and Merchant. Play the Ronin now. We're not seeing either of those, but I guess that's fine. We play the Militia first. We trigger the shuffle. But that's only 50% chance to be useful. No, wait. Not discarded Silver and Merchant. I'm looking at the wrong... Copper, Silver. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess... Doesn't matter too much, but... I'm gonna play the Ronin first. And... So, if we want to trash those 2 coppers, we could just go ahead and do it and then practice the militia, which still nets 1 coin. Could also just trash like 1 copper so that we still get the value from the other copper. Or we could just trash nothing. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Like, what are we trying to buy this turn? I mean, I would like to get down to only 1 copper in the deck, I think. But we could potentially do that with the sentries, even though it might be a little slow. On the other hand, if we trash now, okay, if we trash now, we have 5, 6, 7, 10. We practice the militia, and then we have 11 and 2 buys, which could just be like Imperial Envoy Gold or something. That's not too bad. Imperial Envoy is a little bit like right now we don't really need that much draw. If we do play a copper, if we play all of this, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15. Be like Gold Envoy Merchant. Oh, we need to wait, but we need to play the Riverboat too. It's too complicated. If we practice the Riverboat, it does make it easier, as I said before, to play the Militia before we play the Ronin. But on the other hand, we'll have drawn an extra card. I don't know how much this matters one way or another. So yeah, we'd be back to 11, but we'd have 3 buys. Maybe we wait 1 more turn on Imperial Envoy and go like Gold Double Merchant or something. That seems fine. Okay, we don't need this silver, so let's discard that. Did we just trash the River Shrine at this point? We probably should. All right, do we want to practice the Riverboat again? Or do we want to just play it? Still not looking very much like we need Imperial Envoy, is it? Practicing it seems pretty nice. This is a lot of money. This deck. It might be time to start provincing. If we could trash some of the, like a couple more coppers, we could still like draw pretty well without needing to add that envoy. And like, how much bigger can we really expect to build anyway? We could certainly take more merchants. I mean, with just these 3 buys, like, I guess potentially we can build to triple. We had an action left, so we can play with Envoy for that purpose. And then we potentially have another buy to work with. Gold Envoy Merchant could be the play. Sure. Oh wait, we have way more. I miscounted. We just double gold Envoy, I guess. I don't know why I thought I had less money than I did. Well, do I want to see the riverboat right now? Not really. Okay, apparently we're not going to get to crash these coppers. Just going to have to live with them. But we can still double or triple province. Why is that? Oh, I guess last turn we didn't draw all of our stuff? I guess. Right. Phone was going a little crazy for a second there. Where was I? Right, triple province. We should probably just do that. We are likely to draw not so well the next turn, but yeah, that's okay. Yay! Thank you for attacking me. Well, they did double province, huh? This is a little annoying. I want to see both of these cards, but I also would like to see other cards. How did the bot manage to get that much? Oh, the bot did get a Ronin. I didn't catch that. Okay. Yeah, so I want to filter more is what I was trying to say. I also want to see both of these cards. It could certainly be argued that we could just discard the merchant. It's only worth 1 coin anyway. I think do that. Damn it. Come on. Yeah, that was a pretty bad draw. Like, having the province in the starting hand was not bad. We never saw any of these coppers with the sentry, like the double played sentry. I mean, like, of course we didn't, right? Like, that is how that works. But anyway, so that was surprisingly effective. You know, there's a lot of, I don't know if this will really work, it definitely worked. Yeah. Surprisingly effective. Build to... We could have tripled again if the bot hadn't taken 2 provinces, and there were only 2 provinces left. Like, that's that's pretty remarkable. I was not expecting this deck to be that good. And it's only turn 12. And there's an attack in the kingdom. Like, dang. I mean, good harvest, right? Like, is... You're, like, evaluating... Like, oh, okay, there's an attack in the kingdom. You expect it to be slower, but also there's a prophecy, a beneficial prophecy, so you expect it to be faster. But, yeah, still, dang. Okay, well... there you have it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.